So what is going on, guys, and welcome back to episode number 4 of our Portsmouth career mode on the PS4. And thank you so much once again for all the support, and I am really grateful for it. But we are going to be starting off this episode with basically what I've done off of recording. I went on, and these are all the players that I was interested in pretty much signing. They're like Nicola Barella. Basically, the reason how I found them was I did find a website where they said about their growth and potential, etc. But some of them I actually thought, yeah, they look good, and some of them I thought I was actually just searching for random players. Went to all the big clubs like Manchester United, like Lyon, PSG, etc., and just pretty much looked for good players, see if anyone stood out to me. And there was a few that did stand out, and them few that did stand out are the ones that you can see me now going in and bidding for, or maybe even going in for loan offers. You'd have to wait and see to see what happens during this episode. But James Wilson was one of them from Manchester United. Munir was another one. Neil Maupay from OCG Nice. Coman from Juventus. Look at them stats. His sprint speed, acceleration, agility, balance, dribbling are just insane for an 18-year-old. He looks like an absolute animal. We do go ahead and try and actually learn the way straight from Juventus to see if they will accept it. I very much doubted it, as he's got pretty much 5 years left on his contract, and he's got £8 a week, which is pretty much going to wipe out our wage budget if we do get him. And Tyler Blackett, you did see last episode that we were interested in buying him to see if we could get him into the club. But our first game in this episode would be at home up against Burton Albion. So hopefully we can get the 3 points here up against Burton Albion. We still have not conceded a goal, which is pretty good, to be honest, after we've played 4 games, I believe, and we have not conceded a goal yet. We have drawn a 0-0 with Stevenage, but we still not have conceded a goal, apart from obviously in the pre-season friendlies. But in the pre-season friendlies, they don't really count because I wasn't playing them. But if I was playing them, the games I've played, put it this way, the games I've played, we have not conceded a goal. And that is some really great achievement, considering I don't think our defence was actually that good at the start. It looks pretty solid, but Loza here does play the ball through to Taylor. Taylor does very well, takes on the defender, has a good shot, but it was a wonderful save from the Burton Albion goalkeeper. Hollands does get his head on it, but unfortunately can't get enough power on it to get it over the line before the goalkeeper gets up. But we do get another chance here. Wallace plays a lovely ball over the top to Bartram. Bartram runs through, he takes on his defender, has a shot, but once again a good save from the Burton Albion goalkeeper to deny us from getting an early goal in this game. And our number 7, Bartram, there nearly got his first goal for us. And to be honest, Bartram hasn't, I thought he was going to be by far our star player, but to be honest, he hasn't done much at this moment in time. He hasn't really stood out to me, but we'll just have to wait and see. We're still early in the season, so anything can happen. We do get a header on that one, but unfortunately our header did go just a little bit wide, because I think the goalkeeper wasn't actually getting anywhere near that. But here, just before half-time play, lovely ball through to Hollands. Hollands was through. Can he score? He has on his left foot. He shoots. I thought it was flying into the top corner, but from the replays, it was whiskers wide of the post. And look how close this was from Hollands. Look at the power, and that would have been right in the top corner. If not, it would have hit the crossbar, but it was very close there. But unfortunately for us, that was actually how the game finished. It was a pretty boring game, to be honest. 0-0, nothing really happened. Hollands was by far our best chance. We'd have to make 2 saves from their goalkeeper. Our goalkeeper had nothing to do. But this guy here, our centre midfielder, is actually a free agent, only 19 years old, 63 rated, and he's only £3,000. He only wants £3,000 to come to us, so we decided to go ahead and offer him an offer for 3,000, and he'll be an important first-team player if he does come to us. Saar, a centre-back from Borussia Dortmund, looks a pretty solid centre-back. We'll just try and bring him in, 300,000 plus Chorley. The reason why we're trying to get rid of Chorley, I know he is like a leader of men, and he's like the captain, and he's special, but he's 31 years old, and I think we should try and, even if we don't sell him, but try and get rid of him now, as we still can, if you know what I mean, because otherwise when he retires we're going to get nothing for him. But if we can get something for him now, it would be good for us. But we do go in for Seko Fofana from Manchester City. He's a 19-year-old centre midfielder. But actually here we get our first offer, and it's for Ryan Taylor, 62 rated, 26-year-old. He's a pretty decent striker, to be honest. I think he will do well with us this season, but if they do up it to 550,000, I will let him go, or maybe I'll let him go for a little bit less, depending what they say and depending what happens in the future transfer before before they actually come back with an answer. But once again, we go in for Fofana. He looks pretty solid. He's got good stamina, good strength. He is very strong, and he reminds me of a young Paul Pogba, to be honest. He looks very, very solid, and he does look like a Paul Pogba. So maybe he can fill the shoes of Paul Pogba. But here, once again, we just could not find a way to try and lure Sarr away from Borussia Dortmund. So in the end, we decided just to go in for a loan offer. We will offer a future fee of 750,000, I think, or 950,000 we did actually. So a future fee of 950,000. That obviously means we get to loan and we have to pay his wages throughout the whole year, but at the end of the year we get the chance to sign him for 950,000. But actually the Ipswich do come back and say, look, the maximum we'll give you is 450,000 for Ryan Taylor, and we said yes. So Ryan Taylor could be his way out the door. We just have to wait and see whether Ipswich do go ahead and pay his full sum and whether Ryan Taylor accepts their contract with them. But if he does go, it means we're going to have to try and sign a new striker at the club, which I think we are capable of signing a new one, whether he's on loan or whatever. I think we are capable of bringing in a new striker to Portsmouth Football Club. So our last game of this episode will be up against Northampton at home. So 2 home games. As you see here, we're rocking the lineup with Jones, Winter, Chorley, Watmer, Butler, Hollands and Story and Taylor running the front line. Holmes is actually playing, and so is Fosden instead of Wallace and Bartram. The reason why they have got a start in place is because, first of all, Bartram and Wallace are quite tired, but I could perfectly play them, but I don't really like playing players unless they're in the dark green. The light green occasionally, but Bartram was just slightly in the yellow. So Bartram, it was pretty much, I could have played him for the first half, but I didn't want to risk an injury. But here, we get a first chance straight off kickoff basically. They give the ball away, but it was a wonderful save from the Northampton goalkeeper there to deny Story. And that would have been a beautiful goal if actually Story got there. I thought he could have took it a little bit closer, another touch, and he would have had a pretty much certain goal. But it was a wonderful save from the goalkeeper. I wasn't expecting him to actually get down that quickly, get a good strong hand on it. But that was actually it for the first attack of the game. They actually got the next attack. It was their player here has a good shot, but thankfully Paul Jones makes a good save, and we then managed to get the ball clear and out of harm's way, which was very pleasing. But once again, Northampton were playing pretty well in this game. They were terrorising us down the wings. As you can see here, they put a lovely ball in the box. It looked like a certain goal, but Winter somehow manages to push his player out the way and get a header on the ball, and it was a wonderful defensive clearance there from Winter. But we do get a very good chance here. We clear the ball away from pretty much a dangerous free kick. Hollands does very well to rob the ball. He plays the ball through to Story. I thought the goalkeeper was coming out, but he didn't. He stayed on his line. It was Story one-on-one with the goalkeeper. Story side foots it past him, and thankfully Story this time doesn't miss with a one-on-one against the goalkeeper. He gets the upper hand over the Northampton goalkeeper, and this time does find the back of the net. I thought, because it was so early on in the game, I thought Story was trying to get the spectacular, but this time he does take the extra touch and does finesse it around the goalkeeper, and this time leaves the Northampton goalkeeper with no chance to get near that one as he slots it in right next to the post. And I was very pleased there that Story once again picks up a crucial goal. So Story at the moment, to be honest, he hasn't been playing first team football at the moment, because obviously he's playing first team football in this one because other players are not fully fit, but he hasn't been playing in our first side. But we do get another chance in the 90th minute here. Fosden closed down the wing, has a good shot, but unfortunately for us, it was a pretty comfortable save for the Northampton goalkeeper. We do actually put a good corner in the box. Unfortunately, Chorley does get his head on it, but unfortunately for us, nothing does actually come out from the corner. From the other corner, we do actually get, Hollands does put the ball in the box. They do manage to get the ball clear, and that was it for the rest of that game there. And we ended up winning 1-0 against Northampton, which is a very, very good result. So another a 0-0 draw and a 1-0 win. So we're still yet to concede, which I still can't believe, to be honest. It is pretty difficult to believe that we have not conceded one goal yet. It's just, I don't think I've ever started this well in a career mode where I haven't conceded a goal. We do go in for a Munir here, the 18-year-old striker from Barcelona. We decided to loan him straight away without the future fee, because I did try and say the 800,000, a million. They just kept rejecting and rejecting. So therefore, I just thought, all right, we'll just try and use him to help us get up, and then maybe we'll try and sign him next year at the start of next season. But once again, for Fofana, we just could not get him in. Man City just did not want to let him go. We decided to offer 500,000 plus Holmes, which I think is a good offer, but they do actually come back and say no. But thankfully for us, the Borussia Dortmund board do actually say, yes, you can have Sarr, 950,000 as a future fee, and you have to pay £5 a week for his wages, which is perfectly fine by me. Tyler Blackett, 64 rated centre back, only 20 years old. We were pretty much umming and ahhing about whether to sign him, but unfortunately we didn't actually sign him. And this guy here, we did actually think about it, but he's only 61, he's 23 years old, so I don't think he's going to be going up that much. But here we do sign Pedro Azog, 63 rated, 19-year-old centre midfielder, and as you see here, this is Sarr. Looks a very promising player. 63 rated. He's only 19 years old. He can play centre back and left back. So maybe when Christensen does actually come back from injury, we will be able to play Christensen at centre back and push Sarr out to left back, which would really strengthen up the squad. We do end up putting in a straight offer for 700,000 for Fofana, just to see if we will come to us, and we basically said, look, 700,000, that's it. We're not going to go up any further, but I can tell you now, they do actually go ahead and accept it, which is very pleasing, and we do go ahead and accept the Munir deal. So Munir is now on loan to Portsmouth, and hopefully he can help us try and get promoted into League One next year. So we're now actually going to be approaching the end of this episode. If you did enjoy the episode, please make sure you leave a like, as it is very much appreciated. Also, if you're new, make sure to subscribe. Also follow me on Twitter and on Google Plus, whatever it's called, to keep up with all the latest. And thank you for watching, and I really do hope you enjoyed it. Another episode will be up tomorrow morning, so make sure you don't miss that one, as it will be transfer deadline day. So once again, thank you for watching, and bye bye.